Welcome. My name is Michael Tawonga Kamanga, and I'm here to take you through chemistry from 1. So we'll be doing laboratory safety measures. Laboratory safety measures. So far we have looked at we have defined a lab, and we have looked at types of laboratories. Do you still remember the types of laboratories? Yes, we have a formal lab and an informal lab. So these two, they're very, very important as far as the learning of chemistry is concerned, because you need hands-on experience. So labs, they're very, very important. Now, as a reminder, allow me to take you through before we go straight into the laboratory safety measures. Let us remind one another on what a chemistry lab is and the roles it plays. So a chemistry laboratory is a well-equipped space designed for conducting experiments, research, and analysis involving chemical substances. Maintaining cleanliness in a laboratory is crucial for several reasons, as it directly impacts the safety, accuracy, and efficiency of the work conducted. And here is why cleanliness is essential in a laboratory setting. Well, it ensures safety, that is prevention of accidents. So a clean laboratory reduces the risk of accidents such as slips, trips, and falls, which can occur if there are spills, clutter, or debris on the floor. Proper disposal of waste and clean workspaces help to prevent these hazards. So yes, prevention of accidents. So it is for safety reasons, prevention of accidents. Then minimizing contamination. Cleanliness is very, very important because it minimizes contamination, because we don't need to contaminate anything in the lab. So cleanliness minimizes contamination. Clean surfaces and equipment minimizes the risk of chemical, biological, or close contamination. This is particularly important in environments where hazards or infectious substances are handled, as contamination can lead to dangerous reactions, exposure to toxic materials, or the spread of pathogens. Then the same cleanliness ensures proper waste management. So cleanliness includes the proper disposal of chemical waste, broken glass, and other hazardous materials. Keeping the lab clean ensures that harmful substances are managed correctly, reducing the risk of exposure to toxic or flammable materials. So yes, cleanliness, it ensures safety. Cleanliness, it minimizes contamination. Cleanliness, it ensures proper waste management. Then accuracy and reliability of results, avoiding cross-contamination. Contaminants on surfaces, in equipment, or in reagents can introduce errors into experiments, leading to inaccurate or unreliable results. So clean lab conditions ensure that the only variables affecting the outcome of an experiment are those intentionally introduced by the researcher. So we are trying to make sure that the validity and the reliability of the results is achieved. Then precision in measurements. Clean glassware, instruments, and workspaces are essential for precise measurements. Residual chemicals or dirt on equipment can as well alter the concentration, composition, or even the volume of substances, compromising the integrity of the data. Then the reproducibility of experiments. Maintaining a clean environment is vital for the reproducibility of experiments. If a lab is clean, it ensures that future experiments can be conducted under the same conditions, which is necessary for verifying and validating scientific findings. So it indeed ensures reproducibility of experiments. It also ensures efficiency, organized work environment. Cleanliness often goes hand in hand with organization. So an organized and clean lab allows researchers to quickly find the tools, reagents, and equipment they need, which saves time and reduces likelihood of errors due to misplaced items. So yes, cleanliness ensures efficiency, because if the working environment is organized, uh, if it is cleaned, then you ensure that the working environment is also organized because of the same cleanliness. So this leads to efficiency. Then cleanliness will also achieve extended equipment lifespan. Regular cleaning of laboratory equipment prevents the building of residues, dust, and corrosion, which can damage sensitive instruments, and this maintenance extends the lifespan of costly lab equipment and ensures that it operates efficiently. Then there is smooth workflow. A clean laboratory promotes a smooth workflow by reducing the interruptions caused by the need to clean up spills or search for misplaced items. So this allows scientists to focus more on their research and less on managing the lab environment. So there's smooth workflow and extended equipment lifespan. Then the same cleanliness ensures professionalism and compliance. So regulatory compliance, many laboratories, especially those in industrial, clinic, or research settings, must comply with strict regulations and standards, such as good laboratory practices or ISO certifications. Maintaining cleanliness is often a key component of these standards, ensuring that the lab meets legal and industry equipment. So yes, there is professionalism and there is compliance. Regulatory compliance, because in many labs, especially those in industry, they require good laboratory practices. Then in professional appearance, a clean and a well-maintained lab reflects a high level of professionalism and care, which is important for building trust with collaborators, clients, and regulatory bodies. It demonstrates that the lab is operated with precision and respect for the scientific process. So preparation for inspections. Cleanliness is crucial as well for passing inspections by regulatory agencies, safety officers, or funding bodies. A clean lab is more likely to meet the required standards and avoid penalties or the shutdown of research activities. And again, cleanliness ensures health and well-being. Yes, this is very important. Preventing illness in laboratories where biological agents, chemicals, or radioactive materials are used. Cleanliness helps to protect the health of lab personnel by preventing exposure to harmful substances. Proper cleaning and disinfection routines are especially important in preventing the spread of pathogens in microbiological or medical labs. So yeah, there's preventing illness. This is very, very important. As a lab user, you have to make sure that your health is protected. So it is very, very important. So reducing allergens and irritants, you talk of dust, mold, and chemical residues can be sources of allergens or respiratory irritants. Regular cleaning helps to maintain air quality and reduce the presence of substances that could cause discomfort or health issues for lab workers. Psychological impact: a clean, orderly environment can have a positive psychological effect on lab personnel, reducing stress and increasing focus. Working in a cluttered or dirty space can be distracting and may contribute to a negative work environment. So in summary, therefore, maintaining cleanliness in the lab is essential for ensuring safety, accuracy, efficiency, compliance, and the overall well-being of those working in the lab. It is a foundational practice that supports the integrity and success of scientific research and operations. So cleanliness is indeed very, very important. Now, strictly following instructions from the teacher and lab technician in the chemistry lab is of paramount importance for several critical reasons. These instructions are designed to ensure safety, accuracy, efficiency, and the overall success of experiments and learning experiences. So we have to make sure that whenever you're using the lab, you have to strictly follow instructions. The instructions which are provided to you by your teacher and the lab technician. Do not take them for granted because they are very, very important. So laboratory safety is very, very important because our main aim is to have hands-on experience and conduct research in the lab and not getting injured. So if you follow instructions, it is very important. It is for your own safety. So safety, because it will ensure that accidents are prevented. So chemistry labs often involve the use of hazardous chemicals, open flames, and delicate equipment. Teachers and lab technicians provide instructions to help students handle these safely. Ignoring or misunderstanding these instructions can lead to accidents such as chemical spills, fires, or injuries. So please make sure that accidents are prevented by strictly following instructions from the tech teacher and lab tech. Now, proper use of equipment. Lab technicians and teachers instruct students on the correct use of lab equipment such as Bunsen burners, centrifuges, and glassware. Misuse of these equipment can result in accidents, including burns, cuts, or exposure to harmful substances. So handling hazardous substances. Many chemicals used in a lab can be toxic, corrosive, or reactive. So instructions on how to handle, mix, and dispose of these substances safely are crucial to preventing harmful reactions and exposure that could endanger everyone in the lab. Then the accuracy and validity of experiments. This ensures accurate results. Chemistry experiments often require precise measurements, timing, and procedures, following instructions that all variables are controlled and that the experiment is conducted as designed. Deviations from the instructions can lead to inaccurate results, making the experiment invalid. There's also need of reproducibility. So one of the key principles of scientific research is that experiments must be reproducible. By following the teacher's instructions closely, students help ensure that the experiments can be replicated by others, which is essential for validating scientific findings. So yes, accuracy and validity of experiments is achieved whenever you are strictly following regulations from the lab technician and the teacher, because we need research which are reproducible and the data is very, very accurate. So learning outcomes in educational settings, following instructions is crucial for achieving the intended learning outcomes. So teachers and lab technicians design experiments not just to demonstrate concepts, but to teach students how to apply scientific methods correctly. Straying from the instructions can result in missed learning opportunities. So the idea is for you to learn. The idea is for you to have hands-on experience rather. The idea is for you to test the hypothesis. So if let's say you have injured yourself by not strictly following the safety rules, you may end up straying from the instructions, and this can lead to missed learning opportunities. And again, efficiency and time management. If you follow laboratory safety rules, you avoid mistakes. So lab instructions are designed to guide students step by step through complex procedures. By following them, students are less likely to make mistakes that could waste time, materials, and effort. This efficiency is especially important in a classroom setting where time is limited. Now, streamlining the process. Lab technicians often prepare the lab environment, ensuring that everything is set up for smooth operation. Following their instructions allows the class to proceed efficiently without unnecessary delays, interruptions, or repeated steps due to errors. Then there's also effective use of resources. Lab materials and chemicals are often limited in quantity. Following instructions ensures that these resources are used wisely and not wasted due to incorrect procedures or repeated experiments. compliance with the regulations, meeting safety standards, because in the lab the safety standards are supposed to be met. So laboratories, especially in education institutions, must comply with safety regulations and standards. Teachers and lab technicians provide instructions that ensure students' activities are within these guidelines. Ignoring instructions can lead to non-compliance, which might result in the shutdown of the lab or legal repercussions. So this is very, very important, the meeting of safety standards. Now, adhering to ethical practices, instructions often include ethical guidelines such as how to prepare, properly dispose of chemical waste, or how to treat live organisms in biological related experiments. So following these ensures that the lab operates within ethical boundaries and respects environmental and legal standards. So building good laboratory habits, developing discipline. Following instructions helps students to develop the discipline needed to work effectively in any scientific environment. This discipline is vital for future academic and professional success in scientific fields. So this is very, very paramount. This is very, very important. Developing discipline is very, very important because if you follow instructions, it will help you as a student to develop the discipline needed to work effectively in any scientific environment. So this discipline is vital for future academic and professional success in scientific fields. Then following laboratory instructions also instills responsibility. So adhering to instructions fosters a sense of responsibility among students, teaching them the importance of careful and conscientious work in the lab setting. Preparing for professional work in a professional lab environment, following protocols and instructions is non-negotiable. By learning to follow instructions in an education setting, students prepare themselves for future work in industry, research, or academia. Respecting authority and experiments, acknowledging expertise, teachers and lab technicians have the experience and the knowledge to design experiments that are both educational and safe. Following their instructions is a way of respecting their expertise and understanding that they are guiding students towards successful outcomes. Maintaining classroom order in a lab setting where multiple experiments might be occurring simultaneously, following instructions helps maintain order, and it allows the teacher or the technician to manage the class effectively. This orderly environment is essential for ensuring that everyone can learn and work safely. Then there's also preventing chain reactions of errors. You avoid compound mistakes and you minimize risks to others as well. So in the process, you prevent chain reactions of errors. Maximizing learning opportunities. So understanding the scientific method, instructions are often designed to teach students about the scientific method, including forming hypotheses, conducting controlled experiments, and analyzing results. By following these steps precisely, students gain a deeper understanding of how science is conducted. So in return, there's maximized learning opportunities. There's experiencing success. Successful completing an experiment according to the given instructions provides a sense of accomplishment and reinforcements learning. It also builds confidence in students' abilities to conduct scientific research. Then it also leads to reproducibility of experiments. By following standardized procedures and using controlled conditions, laboratories ensure that experiments can be reproduced by other researchers, which is fundamental to the scientific method and the peer review process. So teaching and training, educational labs, and professional training. In educational settings, laboratories are integral to teaching chemistry. They provide students with the opportunity to apply theoretical knowledge and conduct experiments and learn scientific methods and critical thinking skills. Professional training. Laboratories also serve as training grounds for aspiring chemists, providing them with the experience and expertise needed to pursue careers in academia, industry, or research. Then there's collaboration and communication. There's collaborative research. Laboratories often bring together teams of scientists from different disciplines, fostering collaboration that can lead to interdisciplinary research and innovative solutions to complex problems. There's data collection and sharing. Labs are central to the collection, analysis, and sharing of data within the scientific community. So the data generated in laboratories forms the basis of scientific papers, patents, and presentations that communicate findings to the broader community. So indeed, if you maintain cleanliness in the lab, and if you strictly follow instructions from the lab technician and the teacher, there are so many positive outcomes. So it is very, very important to follow instructions in the lab for your own safety and the safety of others. Make sure you adhere to the instructions. Well, so reaching this farm, there's an activity here. So this activity, please attempt it, go through it, and provide your answers in the comment sections. And you can also as well compare your answers with my suggested answers. Question number 1, why is it important to maintain cleanliness in the laboratory? And what are the potential risks of working in a dirty or cluttered laboratory? How does cleanliness in the lab affect the accuracy of experimental results? What role does proper waste disposal play in maintaining laboratory cleanliness? And why is it important to clean and store lab equipment properly after use? Well, if you have any questions, please use this WhatsApp number or help@xulendo.org or visit Xulendo online, xulendo.org. Please, we are looking for your feedback. Feel free to contact us. For today's lesson, the following are the references: Excel and Succeed Junior Chemistry Book 1, Achievers in Chemistry Book 1, Jungle Chemistry Book 1, Samuel Kalea Chemistry Book 1. These are, don't be only limited to these references because there are so many references which you can use. So look for more reference materials, go to the internet, check for other books as well, so that you should supplement on the information which is found in the references which I'm using. So be open, feel free, and use any other sources. On instructions, design, and graphics, This was done by Charlotte Bruning and Dave Mumba on Xulendo. Then for the photos which I've used in this lesson, this is the link, and feel free to visit. Well, until we meet in the next lesson, bye bye.